The Tigers for IDD night went very successfully, and I learned so much about that community and also how our community treats them and then gives them the inclusion opportunities like this to help them in their everyday life. So, for example, us bringing them there to Fort Hays to have them go around all the athletes gives them a sense of inclusion and allows them to see the athletes that they're going to watch for their events, and also seeing how they have a sense of helping them the same way that they come and support them. Um, I would say everyone benefited from the event, whether that be the administrators like us from your class or just like the participants, because the participants got the inclusion that they wanted, and they got to see all their athletes and see what they were doing. They got to meet them all through pizza, through all the talking, meeting them, and it really benefited everyone in the event. Long term, I feel like this is a big event because it keeps the community involved in Hays, and it allows for us to keep a thing going year round, or not year round, but just having events for IDD community and having them be with the athletes or just be with people from Fort Hays that want to be there and help them through anything. Some successes that I think really went well, and my favorite parts were definitely just seeing the athletes so happy, seeing them get what they want out of the event and see that they're really having fun with it, and see that whenever they do something, they're really getting so much joy out of it and they feel like they're a part of that. So it was really cool to see all that and see how see how the athletes reacted to how they would do. And it was just really cool to see everyone adapt and find a way to get everyone included. Some areas for improvement, I would say we went into our football group thinking that we weren't going to have many people, like helpers, and turned out there was like 40 different football players there to help. So we definitely had it was definitely scattered and really clustered sometimes, but it definitely made for a good time because they had so much hype. They had such a good hype crowd. Everyone was getting so loud for them, and it was really just a good time because all those athletes, we may have had too many, but it really did show all the kids and the participants that there was a lot of people there for them, and they really were cheering them on. So it really did make all that really cool. Another space for improvement would just be spacing, which is very hard to do given where we were. But for like football, I would say we did run out of room like at the beginning, but once we figured it out, it did get better. But I would say being on the curve was a little bit hard. But outside of that, there wasn't that many issues with how we ran it and how the event went in general. So personal impact, I would say this would help me in my future planning events, planning anything, just seeing how I can adapt things to make everyone feel included, whether that be the parents, the participants, or even just like us. Just seeing that our plan is working and seeing that we can do things. We don't have to like spend so much time planning and just doing it as far as, and we need to do just more, I guess, doing the event and seeing what's going well and what's not going well so that way we can prevent it from happening the next time. So overall, I think the event went really well and all the kids really benefited from it and the athletes really benefited from it. The athletes don't really get to see the IDD community that much, and with this event, they get to bring out what they see in them, and they also get to see what their fans are really like. I think the coolest part of the whole event is just the participants getting to meet the athletes and see who they're going to watch every week and see who they're going to cheer on. And I think that's just really cool. I think there's nothing like it, and I think everyone should be required to do this in your class and not in everyone in the HHP department, because you never know when you're going to deal with IDD community, and it's always good to have that idea and know how to adapt to any other event that you may be doing. And I think it really was just a great time.